Well, we got the criminal elections coming up again. Just another year of criminality. They got both their criminals in there. They got Obama and they got Romney. So whoever wins, it's still their guy. It's still their criminal. Still their New World Order criminal. Romney comes from a psycho cult family, a Mormon family, who is renowned for their mind control. And we all know who the fuck Obama is. CIA fucking creep from hell. Satanist, no doubt. So whoever wins, their New World Order, satanic order, will continue on. Yeah, the Romneys are in the mind control big time. So they probably want him and his Mormon psychos to take over. You know, it's like our world has gone to totally to the dark side. Our politics is just, it's beyond corrupt. It's been taken over by the dark side in every aspect. We don't have elections anymore. We have criminal parades going on and on and on. We don't have real candidates. We have mind-controlled CIA criminals that now run our country. From presidents, congressman, to I still have some hope for the local elections. I still hope that there's some that we can take our country back at the local level, because at the federal level it's gone. It's turned into the dark side, without a doubt. At the police as we're walking in the library. Yeah, just as we were walking, he just pulled into the fireplace there, fire station, just as we was walking, just sitting here. It's all mind control. And I sent this message to Jim Garrow, this creep who's putting out all this fear on the internet about the military now shooting Americans. And then they had this big old they're having these military exercises all over the place in Miami and Texas, shooting off their 50 cals and all this shit. They're trying to intimidate us, scare us, fear us. So I sent him an email. I says, if your source was such a hero, he'd give his name, because he won't reveal his name. Some high up general, 4-star general or something like that, who said that Obama is forcing all these commanders to fire on Americans, and if they don't, they're being run out of the military. But he won't give his name. You know, he's such a fucking hero. He'd give his name. So I sent Garrow a little email, telling what I thought of his bullshit and his fear mongering. And as soon as I did that, the lights went out in my apartment, in my one room, just one room. They can. I had this happen to me yesterday. I was at the library. I walked into the bathroom. The lights went off the minute I walked in the bathroom. They can control any switch, anywhere, any place. I don't know how they do it, but they got nothing else better to do but fuck with people's electricity. They think they're psycho gods. That's what I call them. They think they're gods, but they're psycho gods. they're gods in their own mind. So these are the little games they play. And so I had, just where I had my computer hooked up to, the outlet where I had my computer hooked up to, that's the outlet that went dead. That happened to me a couple of times. That happened to me a week ago. And this is the same thing Bobby was telling me. His electricity went out in his apartment. So yeah, that's got all the signature of Brookhaven Labs on it too. They're fucking with our electricity out there. Watch the movie. It's about time travel, which God knows could be possible too. But this guy talks about. Says, remember that blackout in the Northeast a few years back with they had that huge, massive blackout? Well, that was us. I guess they need to manipulate power wherever they need to do their shit. I've had people tell me about blackouts happening all over the place, and power went out mysteriously, and there was no storm, nothing, just all of a sudden power going out in certain blocks, certain areas here on Long Island.
Who was available, who was where, who could get where. But what CBS didn't want is to have an audience of 120 million people at the time, or 130 million people at the time, and have Steve Tasker hosting for
the power went out in the middle of the Super Bowl. Can you believe that?
Somebody else on the field. They weren't able to do that for a very long amount of time.
For almost an hour, they didn't have power.
The idea is that's not his job. He is not there to host in front of 120 million people live when he doesn't know what's going on.
Never has happened in the history of the Super Bowl. All of a sudden,
I still don't know what happened.
No power.
So we still don't know. I mean, has anybody seen the commissioner yet? I haven't seen the commissioner. Did he show up anywhere? How is he not on the field? How could you have NFL officials on the field and you never saw the commissioner on the field? But hey, who knows what was going on there? That was rather bizarre. I saw a hardball fight with Mike Kensel. I don't know what that was about, but like we said, it was a very strange thing. It looks like the Super Bowl rating was aided by the power outage. And if you want to say the Niners were aided by the power-outs, go ahead. I don't know if they were or they weren't. If they were, fine. If they weren't, fine. I don't know. I don't know what was going to happen. We've seen the Niners come from behind a lot of times in the postseason. That we've seen. And I think Kaepernick had to settle down. He had a terrible second quarter. I mean, absolutely terrible. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He stopped running. He started running out of bounds. He started basically
just more psycho shit.
Goal play where in the first half,
probably fear.
Down. I mean, he didn't
keep
even
people in fear.
On that play.
Keep the whole national audience in fear.
You know what really happened? At 7-3 with James making that spin move, when he fumbled the ball, the Niners, it took them like 30 minutes to recover from that.
And this whole thing with the Niners and 49ers, or Niners and the Ravens. Last time the Ravens won, the Ravens stands for death. If you do research into what a Raven stands for, it's a very dark symbol. It stands for death. And last time the Ravens won was 2001. And they beat the Giants in New York. And right after that, 9/11, September 11th, 9/11 happened. So every time those fuckers win, death comes knocking. So I don't know if something bad's going to happen in San Francisco. I wouldn't be surprised. Fucking some psycho fucking earthquakes, mega earthquakes. They've been predicting that for a long time. I don't know what these suckers, these psychopaths are up to, but it's all about fear, terror, and destruction. But yeah, just another psycho event at the Super Bowl.
Not too many teams in Super Bowl history have had more than 460 yards. That's a lot of yardage in a game. Now, I thought it was going to be high scoring. I called it 34-28. I thought it was going to be a big game. I told you all week I thought both teams were going to pass it well. They did. I mean, we saw that throughout the playoffs. They were both going to be able to pass the ball. And the Ravens played tidier. They didn't make mistakes. They didn't make some dumb penalties. I mean, you can count all the mistakes in the first half. Every dumb mistake the Niners made, they paid for. First plays 22 yards, gets called back because of procedure. 3rd and 9, they stop them on the first drive, they're offsides. Next thing you know, touchdown pass. I mean, pass interference to keep another drive alive.
I tell you, a lot of weird shit going on with electricity, man.
So many big plays. And then the last play,
maybe they were.
We can, and I'm sure we will,
experimenting on mind controlling the whole fucking stadium, you know.
The big run, and they didn't do a good job. They did a bad job there. The play call there was sloppy.
People need to watch the movie with Denzel Washington. It's about time travel.
Then I would have, because he's going to throw it in the end zone, then I would have given up that.
Forget the name of it.
That they were done.
But it talks about all the shit that they're doing with electricity. Mind control. No, they got to mind control the outcome. The Ravens had to win. That was part of the old plan. I'm sure there was a lot of money riding on that too. These psychopaths, I mean, everything is so fucking fucked up in our country anymore. Our sports is all corrupt. Fucking mind control, everything. My friend, the park ranger lady, she shows up. UPS truck showing up. When I come to pick up my mail, it's my little my post office. I always have strange things happening.
We know that. We've seen teams get screwed in the Super Bowl before. We saw Seattle get screwed. And I wouldn't call Seattle got screwed. I wouldn't call them screwed.
Well, he's got the Marine sticker showing up too.